Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Chakwadash, the ones of the apostles of great millstone that rule well. Shalom to you brothers in the highways and byways, doing the work sincerely and faithfully and continually fighting the good fight of faith. Lord willing, we have found that number to be delivered. But until then, we're going to keep pushing, keep prophesying, keep speaking these words of truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right? So as of late, we understand and we know by watching and reading and hearing what's been going on throughout the four quarters of the earth. And what a lot of people fail to realize is the discord that's being sown in the world. And it's not just with America, it's with all these nations. All right? But this discord that's being sown throughout the world is strategically being set up. All right? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is the author of all things that happen. All right? Starting with the skirmishes with the people. All right? The people who are on the receiving end of the price hikes, the gas spike, the interest rates going up, the food prices going up. You're right. People are gonna get tired of that shit for a while, and decide to do what they want to do. All right. But always keep it in mind though. This is what's prophesied to happen. All right. So with that, we're gonna start with 2 Ezra 6:22. It says, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty." All right. And as it mentions here, it says the sown places. All right. It's not just going to be in one location where there's going to be, an upset or some type of, attack or some type of, sedition, if you will. All right. It's going to be everywhere. The sown places are going to be unsown. I mean, it's going to be all hell breaking loose. And that's going to go right across the board. People believe that, I'll say the naive people believe that America is always going to prevail, is always going to bounce back. All right? Because in the lifetime that these people have now been living, all throughout this lifetime, you could always read about the history of America going into war, coming out victorious, going into nations and dropping bombs, spreading their democracy all over the world. So much so those smaller nations would always be afraid to even, breathe the wrong way around America. All right? But the time is now here. The time is now here. And it's starting with these places becoming unsown, unfringed, if you will. Okay? And all the things that are happening are prophesied to happen. Some of the main things, one of the main things that could make a place unsown is the lack of food. And that's going to be worldwide. Right? So when these stores become empty and people start getting hungry and all rational thoughts are now, are nowhere to be found in one's mind, you're going to see all hell breaking loose. All right? And this is what we look for. This is what the hopeful elect have been looking for. We've been reading about these things for years. The head apostles for many years. We've been reading about these things, and now they're unfolding right before our very eyes. And this is how you know this thing of ours is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right? The natural man, the natural woman can't see what's taking place. They can't understand what's going on. All right? 2 Ezra 16:40 says, "O my people, hear my word. Make ye ready to the battle." All right? So hard times are coming up, man. make you ready to the battle. Hard times and difficult situations are going to be laid upon you. Okay? And it says, in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. No matter where you go, all right? No matter how strong you think you may be or how resilient you think you are, these evils are going to be everywhere. And like I said earlier, the American people are probably the most foolish nation on the planet, because they don't believe that anything like this can take place in such a manner where people are going to be losing their minds and pretty much shutting shit down. All right? These evils are going to take place on every level, on every side, amongst all the people. So it's here, man. We are here. The end is here. We're going to start seeing. The Lord is going to show us these things. He's going to show us these things that we've read about, that we've always, kind of wrestled within our minds, how it's actually going to go down. Well, the Lord's going to show us, man. He's going to give it to us. There's going to be no more guesswork on how the Lord's going to, set this up. All right? So the time is coming, man. The place is going to be unsown. People are going to be doing what they want to do and how they want to do it. All right? This is The Guardian. And in red says the Biden administration. And read the title. It says, a quarter of Americans open to taking up arms against the government, polls say. All right? A quarter of the American people are for taking up arms against the government. Well, is not that biblical? Is not that what we've read throughout the years? Okay? Now, I'm not going to read this because it's pretty much self-explanatory. But these are things that are happening. They're going to start happening. And you're going to start seeing it right across the globe. Different nations, small nations, big nations, poor nations. Everybody has a standard or a level. All right? You can be the most poorest nation, but you still have people who operate on that level. You see? And all hell is going to break loose. And this is what the government wants, man. They're waiting. They're waiting for that time period. Now, that whole shucking and jiving and hoopla thing that happened on the at the State House, wherever it was, at the end of the beginning of the last year was, that was all staged. And then you had these damn buffoons talking about The Simpsons. Oh my God, The Simpsons predicted it. Listen, all these people are all juiced in, man. They're all juiced in. All right? They know what's going to happen. They know exactly what's going to go down. And then you have the exact same figure in a cartoon fashion with the same exact attire on. Come on, man. This place is going down. As the scriptures as it is written, we would have healed Babylon, but she cannot be healed. All right? And once these people start uprising, there's gonna be no taming them. There's gonna be no stopping them. Ain't nobody gonna sit there and be like, whew, oh, that was close. Oh, they're gonna go all out, man. So much so, there comes a point in a man's life where he's willing to lay down his life for what he believes. Right? So these American people, these so-called, American people who are willing to take up arms, they're going to lay down their life for their beliefs. You can best believe that shit. They're going to lay down their life. So they're going out. They ain't going out like that. And as we watch these things unfold, right? In previous years, there was always talk and questions about the blacks, so-called Mexicans, so-called Puerto Ricans. They're ruining the country, and this is a result of why the country is in this position, because the borders weren't closed up, and letting all these people come across it's all bullshit. Okay? You average everyday white people, when you look in the mirror, you're looking at yourself. You're looking at America. You are America when you look in that mirror. And what you see in that mirror is somebody who's useless, don't have a job, can't put a damn sentence together, but you got the audacity to keep running around talking about this is my country. Well, look in the mirror. You are that country, and you will be destroyed. Point blank, period. All right? So it don't matter how many guns you people take up. Don't matter how many, strongholds you take down. You are all going to perish over here when them thermonuclear missiles get shot. No doubt about it. And at the end of the day, you're complaining about your country's going downhill. It's cracker against cracker. You're going to feel and you're going to experience your power structure just fade into the gray. All right? So that being said, this is 2 Ezra 15 and 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men." And there you have it. Some type of uprising or some type of rebellion against the government officials. Okay? "There shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Right? We read about this, man. We've been reading about these things. And now it makes more sense as the time goes by. Why and how these people are going to act in this manner, man. Just look at it. Look at the prices of food. Look at the prices of gas. And how they control the masses is very simple. If gas was $6, all you gotta do is bring it down a few cents, and that's gonna give the people relief. All right, that's gonna take the edge off, if you will. You people are being played like a fine-tuned fiddle, and you know no better. You have no understanding. And this is why your own government can play you so nicely. All right? But that time is going to come. You're going to take matters into your own hands. But it's not going to be for very long. It's not going to be for very long. You got these militias and all these groups talking about they're going to do X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, you ain't going to be strong enough to take out this government. All right? You ain't gonna be strong enough. This devil got more bullets than you, got bigger guns than you, got more sense than you. How the hell you gonna overthrow him? Right? The overthrowing can only be done by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because they have set this man up to be in this position. All right? Very much to the intent that even in the last days, you're not going to wipe Esau off the face of the earth, man. You got Israelite groups out there trying to do just that, planning to gearing up and ready to go against Esau. It's not that kind of party, my man. We're going to sit back, be the hope for the elect. We're going to sit back and wait upon the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, to come and to deliver that judgment unto Esau, Edom, man. We're going to wait upon that Lord. We're going to wait. And He's going to come in marvelous fashion. All right? Marvelous fashion. And it's going to be ass whooping from A to Z when He comes. All right? Pure ass whooping when the Lord gets down this piece. Okay? Alright, so that's just about it on that. That's just about it. All these other things were just something else. Alright? Okay. All right. So all that being said, all right, the time is coming where America primarily is going to be that ultimate unsown place. All right. So don't get it twisted. All these other nations are going to go through their trials and tribulations, but the bulk of that major tribulation and trouble and unrest and unsown is going to be here in Babylon the Great. All right. The Lord's going to destroy it in great fashion, man. Great fashion. So America's going to continue to boast herself as the greatest, to boast herself as the strongest and the mightiest. But these other nations are going to see right through you, because some of these leaders of this world, they understand that the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. And the Lord liveth, where it's no longer be said, the Lord brought the children of Israel out of Egypt. But the Lord liveth that brings the children of Israel out of the land of the north. And you people will see it. All right? So with that, I'm going to end it. Lord willing, I'll see you on another show. I'm going to try to apply this to a couple different channels that I've been working with. And until then, I say shalom.